cat, dog, rat, rid. Second word? Wrong. Administer 150 volts. Answer was dog.
I can't stand the pain. Let me out of here. Get me out of here, please.
Continue, please. Go right on.
I refuse to go on. Let me out.
You refuse to go on? The experiment requires you continue, teacher. Please continue.
This is the Milgram shock experiment, and its findings horrified America. In the early 1960s, psychologist Stanley Milgram of Yale University set up his famous shock experiment to test the limits of obedience. The experiment, which Milgram disguised as a memory game, was composed of 3 individuals: the teacher, whose job was to read words and administer shocks if the second individual, the learner, answered questions incorrectly, increasing the voltage by 10 each round under the orders of the third individual, Milgram himself. Unbeknownst to the teacher, however, the learner was actually an actor and was in on the experiment, and the shocks were not real. The results of the study are what make it disturbing. 63% of all participants had shocked the learner all the way to lethal voltage. They were willing to kill another human being just because they were following orders. The craziest part is that these were not some crazy people. They were average people, just like you and me. There's actually 3 main reasons for that. First, there is the diffusion of responsibility. At the start, Milgram stated that he would be responsible if anything were to happen to the learner. Second, it was done under the command of an authority figure. Third, the experiment happened through a prestigious organization, in this case being Yale University. Are you sure? This is exactly how dictatorial regimes stay in power. This all shows why it is so important for us to think for ourselves and not take everything as fact. And most of all, be careful as to how authority influences us. You never know. You may one day face a choice where thinking for yourself is more important than following orders.